Singers, I'm Sara Lee. This is singingtv.com. Together you and I, we're making singing simple. Gonna answer a user question today, as I said I would do a lot more of in 2015. So keep the video questions coming, keep the inquiries coming. Tweet me at @singingtv, facebook.com/singingtv, at the singingtv.com website, or here on youtube.com/singingtelevision. The question was, what was the question? The question was how to deal with jaw tension. And that's actually a question I deal with a lot when it comes to clients and singers. First, I think the thing to do is to realize whether we have jaw tension or not. I think often a lot of us hold tension in the jaw without even realizing that we do. So first thing to do is don't hurt yourself, but test yourself out. Don't clap your teeth together too hard in advance of my telling you this, but if you take your jaw and you let it nice and slack, and you go like this, teeth should clap together, right? If this happens, right, as opposed to, probably you're holding a little tension in your jaw you don't need to be doing. So sometimes we don't realize we're doing that. If that happens, I would say first thing to do is kind of manually manipulate, manually massage your jaw, particularly here, the masseter muscle that we use to chew. And it's right here, and if it feels like, oh, that hurts so good, you may be holding a little more tension in your jaw than you realize, or than you need to. A lot more, actually, than you need to. You can also poke right where the cheek kind of hole is and push back and give yourself a little massage that way. So the thing that I find most often with people who have a lot of jaw tension is that they're unknowingly at night clenching their jaw or grinding their teeth. So there are a couple simple fixes for this. You can go to your dentist, and for $300-400, dentists can make an insert. But you can also get one at Walgreens or CVS, any kind of store with a pharmacy like that. You can probably order it online. For around $25-30, you put it in hot water and then mold it to your teeth. It looks very much like what boxers wear to protect their teeth. But what it does is it prevents you from keeping your jaw tense at night, closed like this, and rather makes it fall out of a clenched position and loose. So if you find that you're getting headaches for no reason, or that you feel like there's a lot of tension here, that can be really, really helpful. And to me, that's been the easiest fix with my clients. And that's something definitely to look into. I realize that if you sleep with or next to someone, having that little mouth guard in your teeth at night is not the sexiest thing on earth, but slip it in right before sleep and won't be a big deal. And you'll find that will make a huge difference in the amount of tension you hold in your jaw during the day if you're not clenching it at night. So that's number one. That I'd say is probably the biggest thing that my clients have found that they need to deal with. So the other thing about tension in the jaw is, and what the user was asking was, here she said there's a lot of tension right when switching registers. So what I want to make sure of is, I think that might be jaw tension. It might also be laryngeal tension, holding it in your neck and throat and larynx. So what I want to make sure is that when you're singing up the scale, that you're not taking one register too high or too low, because that can cause a lot of laryngeal tension, and it can cause you to raise or lower the larynx more than it naturally wants to. So there are a lot of voice teachers who say lower that larynx, lower that larynx, don't keep it high. And what they mean by that is that we don't want to pull the larynx up or push the larynx down. The larynx wants to do what it wants to do. Bodies are amazing, and they know how to do what they know how to do, and they generally do things right, unless we get in the way, which we often do, and say, no, don't do this. So very often what that means is, and so the first first time when I was pulling my chest register up, I was also pulling my larynx up a little bit. You could do the same in other registers. So if you're finding that there's tension there when you're doing that registral shift a lot, that's something to be careful of and to make sure that you're not doing when you're singing. So, to review, to talk about jaw tension, first most important thing I'd check into if I were you, if you find that that's your problem, is to get a mouth guard. Wear it at night, every night before you sleep, and you should find that those things start to dissipate a little bit. Also, manual massage of the masseter muscle, the chewing muscle. We use that a lot during the day, and certainly you can feel it if you clench your jaw. It pops out right here, and then unclench and massage. And then the third thing, dealing with the registral shifts. And then the last thing I'd say, tension in the jaw, is really related to tension in the body. And because we use our bodies when we sing, dealing with tension, or rather with stress that you have in your life, finding ways to cope, coping mechanisms, exercising, singing often is a thing that people have to do in order to cope with having stress in life, but really being able to deal with our stress is something that is really important for the singer so that we don't hold it in the body and it doesn't affect our singing. So that was 4 things we can do to deal with tension in the jaw. If you have other questions, you know where to find me. Question of the day: if there was a singingtv.com sticker, would you buy it? And if you wouldn't buy it, what would you do? What kind of stuff would you do? Shares, writing people, sharing singingtv.com so that I'd send you a free sticker. I'm Sara. This is singingtv.com. Together you and I, we're making singing